I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. As I promised the other night, I'm going to be going through and cleaning up this axe, getting it back where it belongs. It's in really good shape, but it's just kind of dirty. So the main thing I'll be doing is polishing up the head, cleaning the handle. I always want to remember to unplug the grinder before I move it. About the time I hit that switch while I'm holding on to the shafts, it's going to be quite a ride. I always want to work the grain downhill. See how this wood swells out? If I go this direction, I'm going to catch the ends of those grain and I'm going to cause tear out. But going this way, I'm going downhill. So I'm slicing past the end of the tube that is the grain. The thing I like about a scraper, it doesn't leave a rough finish behind. Because it's slicing, it's just as smooth as if you sanded it with 1200. Now this little deal is a rubber wheel. Does a nice job of polishing. Not quite the same as the felt wheels, but the end result is very close. Odorless mineral spirits. Great stuff for cleaning off dirt. And when you use it in the house, you won't get any complaints. Now, just like the sledgehammer, this head is not quite on right, but it's not broken. I just need to drive it on a little bit further. So what I'm going to do is just like I did with the sledgehammer. Take this 3-pound dead blow hammer and smack it. And now, just like the sledgehammer, the handle protrudes from the head just a little bit. That's all I want, just a little bit. And now I'm going to drive that wedge in a little further. I'll use the padded jaws of the woodworking vise to hold it. And I'll take the punch and knock that down in where I want it. Now, take the belt sander and clean that up. Okay. Now they have the head secured. Gonna put a little blow on the handle and we'll be all done. Now, some people say you can use boiled linseed oil barehanded. Well, the original boiled linseed oil was just linseed oil that had been boiled, and that made it so that it oxidized. There's one problem with that. The newer stuff that they call boiled linseed oil uses metallic salts. And the metallic salts takes the place of boiling. And boiling linseed oil was not an easy process. It was slow and tedious and somewhat dangerous because linseed oil is flammable. Heating it up and boiling it for a long period of time to get it to the point where it would oxidize correctly and do what you wanted it to do was fraught with problems. Since I'm working in the basement shop and we still have the air conditioning on because it's fairly warm and humid outside, this boiled linseed oil has proven itself obstinate in the process of setting up. So I'm going to take it out to the garage and leave it out there so it can be out in the nice warm weather where it gets hot and dries out quicker. Well, actually oxidizes quicker. Any chemical reaction speeds up in the presence of heat. Now that I have this done, and in the morning it'll be dried out and ready for wax. Happy to say that I'm finished with this axe. Now, no, I didn't make it mirror smooth. I cleaned off the rust and made it somewhat shiny, and I still have to sharpen it, but I want to do that after I get the boiled linseed oil all dried off, because I don't want to be putting boiled linseed oil on a razor sharp axe. That is not a good policy, nor a good plan to do anything to an axe that is razor sharp, because the chances of catching on it are pretty good when you're fiddling with it. So, we'll see what happens with it tomorrow. And in the meantime, if you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching. This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the US or 16 in the European Union, without the express written permission of the parents or legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.